very welcome back to the show. Delighted to be joined again by Sharon Hearne-Smith in the kitchen. Home cooking with a seasonal twist.
Yes,
that's what we're doing all this week. I see pork chops. What's happening?
So I'm going to do a Parmesan crusted pork chop, so a little pork chop with a difference. And then seasonal vegetables, I have some purple sprouting broccoli, and the mash that I was talking about is a celeriac mash.
Celeriac mash?
Yes.
That is very, very, very healthy.
Do you think? Yes.
Yes, well, it's a lot more healthier than a load of spuds and it has a pound of butter inside them.
Less carbs, anyhow.
Definitely a lot less carbs, but there's a lovely smell around, so
yeah, I think that's
could be
the
tempted.
celeriac now. Okay, well, you could be tempted with the celeriac.
Oh, yes, I could, yeah.
Okay.
You have to kind of talk me into all these healthy things in the show.
Vegetables.
Like broccoli and stuff like that.
Okay,
yeah.
we'll see how we can
We'll
do
start
it.
with the pork, anyway.
I was going to say
stuff.
that's a good lure in anyway. Pork chop. That's all the camera guys have their eyes on the pork chops today. So I've got some lovely loin chops, and the butcher prepared them on the bone. He trimmed the bone for me, so they look nice and fancy.
And would you prefer to leave the bone in for flavour as well?
Yeah, absolutely. But if you pick them up without the bone, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
They'll work just as well.
Brilliant.
So I'm going to do, like I said, a Parmesan crust on it. So I'm just going to put some Parmesan in on top of these crumbs, grated Parmesan, and some thyme leaves as well.
Do you use fresh bread for that, or bread that's kind of a little older? Which is better, or does it matter?
It's better if it's a bit older. It kind of, if you're making your own crumbs, anyhow, it blends up better.
Yeah.
I've actually used sourdough crumbs for this. Because I just think it gives a nice flavour. But you could use any crumbs you like, or gluten-free bread as well if you're a celiac, absolutely, yeah. If you're a
celiac who likes celeriac.
This is going to get complicated.
Very, very complicated. We'll keep it simple. Pork chops, lovely.
Okay, so I'm going to dip. So to crumb it, I'm going to the French word, the chefy word is to pane it.
To pane it.
Pane.
But we're putting flour in it.
Yes. Well, the
flour, egg, and
flour, egg, and crumbs.
Yeah.
Exactly. So some flour, and then that helps the egg to stick.
Is there anything in there with the egg? Or is there any milk or butter?
I didn't put milk
nothing
in,
at all.
just a bit of egg. And actually, I was going to say about the Parmesan in the crumbs, if you wanted to do a dairy-free version, you could use sheep's cheese, like a hard sheep's cheese in there.
That would be interesting.
So, yeah. For a difference. So you can go
Are these going to just go on the pan, or are they going to the oven as well, or
no,
both?
just in the pan. Now, they're quite thick, so we're going to do it nice and slow. But would you mind, seeing as I have a breadcrumbed hand, a little bit of oil in there? I have the pan on, so it's nice and hot. A little bit of oil, and also a little bit of butter. That's perfect. Thank you.
And a small bit of butter
and a little bit of butter is just here. So the butter is great for a good bit of flavour. That's loads, thank you. A good bit of flavour and...
Is it loads or not?
Loads, not too much. It's great for the flavour and to give it a nice colour too, and then the oil will help prevent it from burning. So I'm just going to get that pork chop in there.
The thing I find about pork chops these days, unless you go into your butcher and ask for them, you get these really kind of like rasher-like pork chops that you're going to eat in one bite.
Well, in one bite, maybe you, Doc.
Me, yes.
Yes. Boys are not impressed.
Yeah, but I like big, thick
pork chops.
Well, I suppose
in the supermarket, they're not quite that thick, and those ones are absolutely fine. They'll just take a bit less time to cook, obviously. But yeah, if you want a nice big pork chop, go to the butcher or the butcher's counter.
He'll do it for you. And he'll do all the work as well.
So this one's going to take about a good 5 minutes to cook on each side, just a nice low heat.
So where do we go from here? Onto the healthy stuff.
Now, the broccoli. This is purple sprouting broccoli. It's just coming into season now, and it's around for the next couple of months. And it's very pretty. Now,
and it's very good for you as well.
It's very good for you, like all vegetables. Yes. What have you got? Have you got a bit of an aversion to vegetables, Dahi?
Well,
what's
kind
the story?
Broccoli and I aren't getting on well. We haven't been for years. But thanks be to God, you're one
I won't ask. I was about to ask, but I won't.
You're one of 15 chefs who bring it in for me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
that's
what
fine.
about purple sprouting?
I haven't tried the purple sprouting one, so this could change. This could swing the whole thing.
So what I've done is I've just trimmed off the ends to neaten them up, and just taken any of the bigger leaves off the edge. And these are lovely. They're a bit sweeter than normal broccoli, and they will be a little bit crisper as well.
And that's the way we want them, though.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, not because I haven't cooked them properly for you. Well, we'll see.
So how long will they go in for?
So about 3 or 4 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You keep your eye on that.
I keep my eye on them. Don't worry about that.
I have been known to burn water.
Have you? Okay.
Because
and you're the cook here now, you know that.
I know, but I'll admit that.
Fine, no problem.
I'm not perfect in the kitchen. So yeah, let's keep an eye on that. Now have a look at this pork chop.
Look at that.
That's nice and
that's exactly what we want as well.
So that's looking good. That's the Parmesan and the butter obviously helping that to brown up nicely.
What can we do to make sure that this won't burn on either side now, and to make sure that it's cooked inside?
So just keep it on a nice low heat. Yeah, really low heat, nice and gentle. And if you are worried that it's not cooked through, once you check it, you can pop it into a low oven.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. No. So onto the celeriac, another vegetable now. Yes. So this is one of the ingredients that, if I have it in my trolley in the supermarket, people always ask me when I'm at the till, what is it and what do you do with it? And a butternut squash is another one. Do you like celeriac?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think that it's a very rich taste, but I think it's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah,
so
I like it.
It tastes like, well, it looks like a brain. It's kind of an ugly vegetable, but it's a bit like a cross between a turnip and celery.
Yeah.
And if you don't like either of those vegetables, don't let that put you off.
Yeah.
Either, just give it a try. It's lovely and sweet and kind of nutty flavoured.
I've only seen this in the last couple of years, though, because I'm pretty sure, we were speaking about this earlier on, that farmers used to give it to cattle and stuff. I know we were talking about sugar beet as well.
It was possibly sugar beet,
no, but these as well. And then somebody actually tasted and said, oh, this is really, really nice. And all of a sudden...
We shouldn't give it to the cows.
Yeah, we should give it to ourselves.
Yeah. And I suppose it's just become a bit trendier now as well, hasn't it? And actually, I love celeriac.
Because you just cut into there and you can get the smell straight away,
straight away. It's really strong, isn't it?
But nice strong, not overbearing strong.
It's delicious. But I also like to eat it raw. If you grate it really finely, it makes a lovely coat like slaw.
Yeah.
So I would grate it with apple or pear and put mayonnaise or creme fraiche or something through it and some whole grain mustard. And it's delicious. Or it makes a lovely soup as well.
And it makes lovely mash.
I'd lovely mash.
We're going to find out.
Yes, we're going to find out. So that's how you prepare it anyway. And it's much, like I said, it's much like a turnip. So it's quite hard. And I've just chopped it into cubes. And then I'll show you what I have in the pan. I have it cooking away. So I have it cooked in milk.
Okay, all milk?
Yes, all milk. And you can cook it in water if you prefer. I think or dairy-free again.
Yeah. It'll be nice and creamy with the milk, though, I think.
Absolutely. Now, it looks like it's gone wrong in here.
Yeah.
But the milk is actually kind of turned kind of cheesy from it, I suppose, which is nice. It's given it a lovely flavour.
And that's the way it's supposed to be?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And so it's nice and tender. You can just see there. And also I threw in a whole garlic clove. I think that's it there, actually.
Well done, yeah.
So that's gone nice and
well
soft.
picked out of that.
Yeah, it had a nice spot. I think that is it.
It is.
And I also flavoured it with a little bit of nutmeg as well. I just grated in some nutmeg. So that's been cooking for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is...
So you're going to blitz this?
Yes, going to blitz it. Just grab that spoon.
And the pork chop is working away, so we've forgotten about the pork chop for a while.
It could be burnt on the bottom, but it looks great on top, so we're fine.
Okay. Just don't turn it around, is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, just don't turn it over, Dahi. So I'm just going to put the celeriac, take it out of the milk, and you can keep the milk and use it in soups or make a cheese sauce with it.
Yes,
it's got a lovely flavour to it.
So you don't even throw a small bit of the milk in. I suppose there's enough
Well, you could, yeah, but it's actually soaked up quite a lot of the liquid. But you could, actually, I hope I've got the garlic in there now. But you could add some of the milk, or I have some cream there. You can add actually cream as well if
there's a lovely smell coming out of that pot.
Now, let's just hope it doesn't fly up out of here.
No problem, I'll stand back
now. Give it a good blitz until it's really smooth.
And if you don't have one of these at home, you can always just get the old-fashioned masher.
The masher, exactly.
And there we go.
Yes, and mash it down, because it is nice and soft.
But if you don't, is this glass, is it?
Yes.
So if you don't have a glass one, you shouldn't really put stuff that's too hot in, could you? Or does it matter?
We just don't put too much in there. But also you can use a stick blender as well if you like, and just drain off some of the milk from it. So I think we're good to go. Let's have a little check on the broccoli. Yeah,
broccoli is
looking
perfect.
Good. Perfect.
So I'll give you the plate.
Thank you.
Mardaran, do you like pork chops?
I do.
These type of pork chops.
They look great anyway.
I think all the males in the studio have their eyes on these pork chops.
I just think it's lovely because the dressing looks fantastic, or the breadcrumbs, I should say. Sourdough, is it?
Yes, sourdough crumbs I used for a difference.
Aren't we fancy on a Monday here about a...
It's lovely though, isn't
celeriac mash.
I never think of buying celeriac,
do you know what, actually,
Sharon.
I'm going to give you one from the oven. You never think to buy it?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
And I often see it and I go, I don't know why I don't.
I know, and again, it's kind of been inspired to do something nice with it, isn't it?
I think we don't know what to do with it. That's half the problem.
Seriously.
Now, I did put some in the oven for you, just for health and safety reasons, because they're quite thick chops.
Now, that's a good chop, though, isn't it?
No. That no.
I took the words out of your mouth. That's a chop.
Because I had pork chops yesterday for lunch as well, and I took 4 out of pack. So they were like rashers. I swear to God.
And what did you tell me you had with them?
What?
What did you tell me you had with them?
Just
a pork chop with a pork chop.
Just with a pork chop.
Not a vegetable inside.
So he's wiped away at the
a proper lad's dinner.
I did. I fried up some...
What else do you have? Onions or something?
No.
Bet you didn't. You don't think
No,
that's
do you know what I had? I had mushrooms, sweet peppers, jalapenos. I threw cashew nuts in there.
Such a liar.
No, I started telling you.
You did not. You had pork
No,
chops
just
plus pork chop.
butter
Goodbye.
from the pan.
I'd say that's what it was.
No.
And Dahi, I forgot to say,
Yes.
the last time I was here, you were telling me you were stalking me on Twitter, but you haven't followed me. I follow you.
Yeah, I'll follow you later on.
Yeah, we'll double check that now later.
Talk about nailing me on television. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's really nice.
That's
How
lovely.
did it taste the mash?
Taste the mash. The mash is beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice for
Really
a change, isn't it, from
different.
potato mash? Yeah,
No,
Really nice.
full of flavour.
This pork chop will disappear when we go into an ad break. So do you know what we'll do more? We won't take any breaks, right? Because the lads are starving. Anyway, you can find this recipe on our website, rd.ie/food. It's also on our Facebook page. Sharon, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
And I'll follow you on Facebook, I promise.
Thanks. How you will.
Twitter.